Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring a movie review your way. Yes, I'm still doing these things. Not only will I be doing during the podcast, which will be kind of like the brief, kind of like an overall summary of reviews. If I feel like I have to give my full opinion or review on a movie by itself, I will on a particular video. And there'll be videos in the theater and stuff. That's where I'm going to be mostly focusing my reviews on stuff that I watch in theaters and then post them here on YouTube. And as like I said, guys, if you haven't seen the movies that I've done, I'll try to do a non-spoiler and spoiler version if possible, but I'll tell you and put that thing on the screen. So anyways, I'm here to do The Iron Claw, starring Lily James and of course Mr. Zac Efron, and it's based on or inspired by true life events of the Von Erich family, rich wrestling history from the father to the brothers, a lot of tragedy, and I'm telling you stuff that I didn't even know, and I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm like, holy shit, because I was only familiar of maybe one or two brothers. The guy who Zac Efron plays, Kevin, and I think it's Kerry. He was the Texas Tornado in WWE. That's where I knew him, and he wrestled, and my God, to find out the condition that he was in or what he had to go through in order to perform, and for you not to know what the hell was going on with him, holy shit. Like, I was surprised, but oh my God, let's start. Beginning opens up with his father, wrestling and stuff like that, coming out with the Golden Claw. He was one of the big guys in the territory that he's wrestling, because back then in the 80s and 70s and stuff, they had territories in the States, Texas and stuff, and he wrestled out of the Texas territory. You had guys like Ric Flair popping up here and all that stuff. It's pretty cool to watch. So his father decided to have a family, raised his kids in the business, and his motto was, whatever doesn't kill you kind of makes you, in a sense, stronger, but wrestling will help him get through everything. Wife went along and stuff like that. Laura Tierney plays his wife, the husbands are their mother. And holy shit, man, to have 4 kids and the tragedy that bestowed upon him. We got everybody in the business. Kevin, the one who was the major wrestler, you think he was going to be the biggest shit. And then slowly to kind of introduce the other brothers. And then the other brothers kind of stealing the spotlight from him. And his father kept on pushing other people. A little resentment going on here and there. But not jealousy amongst the brothers. You had the younger brother who didn't want to be in the business. He wanted to do music, but the father was kind of against it. So they kind of forced him into it. And then something tragic happens to him. He has to go into a coma. He comes out, and then he unfortunately takes his life. And that's what I said. It's tragedy after tragedy. You got his older brother, David, who was starting to do the circuit to kind of like get back glory to the family, because they got screwed out of fighting for the NWA title that Ric Flair had, and Harley Race and all this stuff. I'm telling you, it's pretty cool stuff. I'm leaving a lot of stuff out, but for the most part, it's fucking crazy. And he ends up going to Japan, and they find him dead in his hotel room. Something with intestinal bleeding inside. Little things like that, guys. I didn't know there was that many tragedies. Then you got Kerry, the Texas Tornado, going to WWE later on, while Zac Efron was raising a family with Lily James there, because, they believed in the curse, and he kind of like isolated himself a little bit from his family, changing his kids' last names to his father's real last name instead of the Von Erichs, which was his mother's side. He believed it was a curse, but he bid tragedy. Then you got Kerry, who got into a bike accident, and he lost his foot, and I did not know that, so he had to learn how to wrestle again later on. At time, because there's only the 2 brothers left because of the other 2 tragedies, and he makes it big, but he wasn't happy. He comes back one day, I want to say for Christmas, and he was going through a lot of shit, and Zach was dealing with his own stuff, Kevin, family and shit like that. He just got back, he quit the business and all that crap, and he couldn't make it on time. He blamed his father. He ends up doing something, killing himself, which is tragic. You guys need help, like I said, always contact people. There's always people here to hear you. Trust me. A lot of more resources and stuff like that. No more stigmas as much as there was. Trust me, please do so. And like tragedy after tragedy, and at the end, it was just him He ends up selling the business so he can start his family. He married for 40 years and yada yada. But holy shit, like a very serious movie. Loved it. Would I watch it again right away? No. I think it's like one and done for me personally, but very well done. Deserved all the praises in my opinion. And go check it out. If you guys haven't seen it, it was on Amazon Prime or Prime Video. That's where I saw it. It's a little over 2 hours, but very interesting in history if you're a wrestling fan. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, to watch something like this is like pretty damn good. And MJF, you guys don't know who that is. He's a pro wrestler who's maybe under contract with AEW Wrestling. He was a producer on this, and I gotta say, he fucking knocked it out of the ballpark. So there you go, guys. That's my official Iron Claw movie review starring Lily James, Zac Efron, and a whole bunch of other amazing actors. They all brought it, in my personal opinion. Phenomenal job. It wasn't bored once, so go check it out for yourselves. Check out my other videos. Check out the podcast that is up. And look for these reviews. Whenever I have the chance, I'll post them. And I'll put the spoiler if there's spoiler involved or both. But for the most part, I think I did a pretty good job. I kind of kept it basic. So if you guys see it, you can see it for yourselves. So until next time, be the hell good. Stay off the King's Throne. I'll see you where? Right here on YouTube land. Take it easy, guys.